Что ты для себя видишь логичным дальнейшим шагом?
Ну, как если спросить меня, мне, конечно, хочется за второй пояс подраться. Для меня, никому не секрет, тот парень, который сейчас 93, если в стойке с ним не заигрываться, для меня очень удобный соперник. Да, все говорят, он слишком мощный парень, но где-то в мощи я нигде не уступал никому, поэтому я думаю, он тоже 84 выступал и перешел в 93.
Shama.
The showdown between Khamzat Chimaev and Alex Pereira is like fine wine. The longer it ages, the better it gets. This rivalry began back in the era when the boogeyman ruled the UFC's middleweight division, a throne now held by the Wolf. A unification fight becomes possible only if Khamzat moves up to 205, something Boers has mentioned more than once, and this matchup has never been closer than it is right now, especially after recent news. In today's video, I'll tell you exactly why the Chimaev versus Pereira fight is inevitable in 2026, and of course, why this clash is anything but a mismatch. Hit that subscribe button with your spinning elbow and let's go! While Alex Pereira was tearing through two divisions win after win and climbing to new heights, Khamzat Chimaev was talking from the couch, accusing Alex of avoiding a fight with him. We don't often see Poatan being talkative, let alone using trash talk, but whenever Boers' name comes up, Alex instantly steps out of character.
Whittaker.
Guerreiro.
Jon Jones.
Guerreiro.
Jamal Hill.
Bom.
Yuri Prohaska.
Muito bom.
Israel Adesanya.
Guerreiro.
Khamzat Chimaev.
Chimaev has repeatedly said he dreams of becoming a three-division champion, and since right now, the 170-pound throne is held by Islam Makhachev, Boers has set his sights on the hunter.
You wanted to become the first ever UFC triple champion. Obviously, we're one belt down. Is there a possibility of maybe not triple champion, but maybe double champion at 205?
If God wants, we'll do it, but I'm ready to fight anyone. Go up, go down, so if I don't die, I will be here.
Can Khamzat prove that he is the true boogeyman of the company, or will he be taken out by the hunter? Let's break it down. In the red corner, the reigning defending UFC light heavyweight champion, the one, the only, Alex Poatan Pereira, the Brazilian mutant who breaks every law of physics and might single-handedly raise the retirement age in the UFC. At 38 years old, Shama reclaimed his belt in a fight against the Dagestani prospect, a man who, in 2 bouts, managed to take Alex down exactly 0 times. A base kickboxer with bricks for fists and hellish leg kicks that mow everyone down like a lawnmower. Poatan has proved that you can get better at 35, 36, even 38. Back in 2022, Adesanya could take him down and hold him there. But in 2025, even a Dagestani guy couldn't drag him to the mat. Left hook, calf kicks, flying knees, switch head kicks, and now an overhand right. 4 years in the company, 12 fights, 9 of them title bouts, a 3 times UFC champion with 3 successful title defenses. What can Khamzat actually bring to the table? In the blue corner, the 31-year-old Chechen monster who changes nationalities more often than he actually fights. Khamzat Boers Chimaev. Chimaev burst into the world's top promotion back in 2020, and people immediately predicted he'd become double champion at least. But injuries and other setbacks had different plans. Still, Borz fought his way through all the adversity, and in August 2025, finally became the undisputed world champion, dethroning DDP, relentless wrestling, top control, and lethal submissions. Khamzat Chimaev has completely redefined what wrestling means in MMA. I can't remember anyone who shoots in the first 10 seconds every single fight, and nobody can do a thing about it.
This is #1 bullshit.
Chimaev has already made serious noise in 2 divisions, and to this day, only a few have been able to give Borz anything close to a competitive fight. But as for stopping his wrestling, no one has managed it. Not elite freestyle wrestlers, not BJJ specialists, nobody. A classic clash of an elite striker and a world-class wrestler. In 8 out of 10 cases, the wrestler usually comes out victorious. But which case will this be? Especially with that size difference. Let's break it down. Alex Pereira sticks to one game plan every time. Like Dana's own hired hitman, he hunts down his target, shuts them down, and finishes them in the most brutal fashion. I'll show you exactly what happens to a fighter after they feel the full force of Alex's power.
Here's the thing, guys, about Alex. I could spar Alex, and I could go point for point, and I could hit him, I could kick him. But the difference is, the man touches you, and you just die.
Poatan also has submissions of his own, and in case you didn't know, his favorite one is left hook.
There will be no, I do not plan on taking him down. I do not plan on wrestling him. I plan on going in there in where y'all think he's just this otherworldly guy because he did kickboxing and I didn't do kickboxing. And whenever I do fight him, standing, I will knock him out.
Alex will stay long against Khamzat, chopping at his legs and waiting for the shot so he can sprawl. Khamzat's cardio at 205 will be limited, so every takedown attempt will matter, and every body shot from Alex will be felt. And what can we expect from Chimaev? I think you already know. In his recent fights, he's shown the same pattern. Against Dricus, he shot in the first 7 to 10 seconds. Against Whitaker and Kamaru in the first 10 to 15. And against Alex, it'll probably be right after the opening bell.
Who cares? Today. Smash.
Chimaev is likely to underestimate Alex's ground game, just like all of Pereira's previous opponents did. Sure, at 185 pounds, Alex would be food for Borz, and Pereira hasn't faced grapplers with Khamzat's level of skill before. But they said the same thing about Ankalaev, his wrestling and power, and he couldn't even get Alex to the mat once. So the real question is, can Khamzat really ragdoll a 110-kilo Alex who's improving on the ground every single day?
I mean, he's always had crazy call-outs. Khamzat, there's no way he beats Pereira, in my opinion. I think Pereira right now is one of the greatest to ever do this sport, or any combat sport for that matter. But yeah, he's a big guy. Even now at light heavyweight, he looked so big against Ankalaev. It was crazy. So
let's first talk about the circumstances under which this fight could even happen. So, UFC at the White House. We all know Alex is injured and most likely won't compete before this event. Dana has already said multiple times that Jones won't headline. So what do we have left? Conor versus Chandler. What if Conor sleeps through the event again or breaks another pinky toe? An alternative could be Islam versus Ilya, but that fight makes more sense on US soil. And for this event, we need a truly global main event. Alex said he would move up in weight only for a fight with Jones or for a title shot. If neither is on the table, what big fight does he have left? Ulberg, doubtful. More likely he fights Jiri for an interim belt. But Chimaev versus Pereira at 205? That fight feeds every family on earth. It's a main event for literally any card. Despite being a crazy favorite, many fighters are picking Alex, especially after his fight with Ankalaev. What can Poatan do to surprise us? It all depends on his mindset going into the fight. If he shows up 100% ready and healthy, anything is possible. I'm certain Khamzat will get him down. I don't believe in scenarios like a flying knee or a perfect counter uppercut against Chimaev. But again, at 205 pounds, Khamzat's gas tank will only last for one intense round. If Alex can keep him in guard, avoid giving up his back or Adar's, we could make it to the second round. And that's where the odds start to swing dramatically. Pereira has already shown that even at his age, he can go 5 rounds, even with an injury. Khamzat is undoubtedly the heavy favorite, but Chimaev was rocked by strikes from Kamaru, and Burns nearly sent him to the Shadow Realm. Usman, Burns, and DDP all landed on Chimaev at some point, so if Pereira connects even once clean, Khamzat could be sent soaring into the stratosphere. I still see Khamzat as the favorite, but I'd give him only a 60% chance here. And for this fight, I'd personally back the underdog.